ओम ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
ओम ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवत् व्याप्त देहाय
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
ॐ सहना भवतु
ॐ सहना भवतु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सह वीर्यं करवावहै
सह वीर्यं करवावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं
पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणी भगवती अष्टादशाध्यायिनी
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यत्तामगाः
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः
यस्यान्तन्न विदुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः
यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः।
अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन
अर्जुन उवाच
ध्यायसि चेत् कर्मणस्ते
ध्यायसि कर्मणस्ते
मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन
मता
मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन
तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे माम्
तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे माम्
नियोजयसि केशव
नियोजयसि केशव
व्यामिश्रेणैव वाक्येन
व्यामिश्रेणैव वाक्येन
बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे
बुद्धिं मोहयसि
तदेकं वद निश्चित्य
तदेकं वद निश्चित्य
येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्
श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
लोकेऽस्मिन् द्विविधा निष्ठा
लोकेऽस्मिन्
द्विविधा
विविधा
निष्ठा
पुरा प्रोक्ता मया नघ
पुरा प्रोक्ता मया नघ
ज्ञानयोगेन साङ्ख्यानाम्
ज्ञानयोगेन साङ्ख्यानाम्
कर्मयोगेन योगिनाम्
कर्मयोगेन योगिनाम्
न कर्मणामनारम्भात्
न कर्मणा अनारम्भात्
नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोऽश्नुते
नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोऽश्नुते
न च सन्न्यस्सनादेव
न च
सन्न्यस्सनादेव
सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति
सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति
Arjuna asked Krishna, first two shloka, he said to Krishna, according to your contention, according to your teaching, buddhi means atmagnanam is better than karma. If atmagnanam is better than karma, then why? Tatkim. Then why? Ghore karmani mam niyojasi. Why you are impelling me in terrible battlefield? Why you are impelling me? And in second, he says, because in second chapter, Bhagavan has praised both karma yoga and gnana yoga. That's why, according to his thinking, Arjuna thinking, he says, your teaching is vyamishreneva. So you are telling mixture of gnana yoga and karma yoga, and having listened, me buddhim mohayasi. It seems, it's like my mind is confused. Mohayasi, tadekam, ekam vada, tat ekam vada. You please tell me one thing. Yena aham shreyaha apnuyat. Yena means by this, either by karma yoga or either by gnana yoga, gnana yogena or karma yoga, whatever you tell, ekam, that I will follow. By that, aham shreyaha apnuya, I will gain moksha. That he asked Krishna, and as usual, Bhagavan says, we have seen, he said, two lifestyle was told by me in the beginning of whole creation. Vividha Nishta means two type of lifestyle. Asmin loke, in this word, Maya Prokta is said by me, was told by me, when Pura, in the beginning of the creation, and What is that both his lifestyle? He says, Sankhyanam Gnana Yogena Nishtha, Yoginam Karma Yogena Nishtha. Here Sankhyanam means sannyasi. Their lifestyle is committed to Gnanam, and Karma Yogi means Gruhastha. They are committed to Karma Yoga, but Nishtha means lifestyle. We have seen everything in detail. Either each and every person has to follow Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga, and Gnana Yoga. But Arjuna was confused. That's why he was asking. Now, Bhagavan is praising karma. The importance of karma, Bhagavan now has started to praising. In fourth, we have seen Karmanam Anarambhat Purushaha Naishkarmyam Na Ashnute. Purushaha, any person, Karmanam Anarambhat, by not performing any karma, a person, Naishkarmya means a state of actionlessness. In other word, we can say is a moksha. I think I have told, but right now we say moksha. The meaning of moksha means from mind we are totally free. Even in spite of doing karma, we are totally free. One name is moksha. Another name of moksha is called Naishkarmya. Naishkarmya. And third, there are many names, but here another name of Naishkarmya we have seen is called Vidvat Sannyasa. The meaning of Vidvat Sannyasa means in Gruhasti can also become sannyasi when he or she has 100% self-knowledge. It's called Vidvat Sannyasa. And Arjuna would like to get Vidvat Sannyasa. Even here, with Siddhim, the meaning of Siddhim also, moksha only. So whatever say moksha is also called Naishkarmyam, and another name is Vidvat Sannyasa, and in this fourth verse also Siddhim means Vidvat Sannyasa moksha. So Bhagavan says, by not performing any karma, a person cannot get Naishkarmyam, cannot get liberation, that not get, it is not state, but knowing my real Swarupa means I cannot do any karma, because being consciousness all pervading, it can do any karma. So Naishkarmyam na ashnute is not gain, and mere sannyasa, by giving up everything, siddhim na samadhi gacchati, a person cannot get moksha. There are many sadhus are available. It doesn't mean all sadhus have moksha. Even last time I have shared with one thing, Pujya Swamiji would like to take sannyasa when he was 31 years old. So before taking sannyasa, Pujya Swamiji went to Uttar Kashi. Pujya Swamiji went to even Rishikesh to take interview of all sannyasis, whether sannyasa is good or not. But everybody says, please don't take sannyasa, you are very young. So don't take sannyasa because it is not good. But it says, sannyasanat, by mere sannyasanat, by taking only sannyasa, siddhim na samadhi gacchati. Person cannot have moksha. That we are seeing now. That we have seen one thing. And I have told this also. This two type of nishtha, this Gnana Yoga and Sankhyanam, in good language, according to Gita language, it says pravrutti margaha. And another name is nivrutti margaha. Pravrutti means person is highly active, being in grostha life, and sannyasa is called nivrutti margaha. But either we person follow pravrutti marga or person follow this nivrutti renunciation, still each and every person has to go through these all three type of sadhana that we have seen. They have to go through karma yoga to neutralize their raga dvesha. Every person has to go through upasana to allow our mind to accept people as they are, and even pursue Gnana Yoga to remove ignorance, doubts, everything. Even I have noticed a person without doing, if person start only Upasana, it also gives arrogance. First basic thing is Karma Yoga only. Without Karma Yoga, if person starts Upasana, that person thinks I'm something. So this is also very risky. So better and the best way of life is Karma Yoga only. That Bhagavan says, all moksha. Nishkarmya we have seen. Now we are entering in third. Again Bhagavan has says, Nahi kashchit kshanamapi jatu tishthatya karma krita karyate hyavashah karma sarva prakriti jair gunehi. Bhagavan says, Kashchit, anyone in this world, kshanamapi, even for a second, jatu, ever, akarmakut, without doing any karma, na tishtati. A person cannot stand, cannot live even for a second without doing any karma. And why person cannot stand, remain without any karma? That's why Bhagavan says, Sarva means all people, Prakrute jehi gunehi, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. With this guna, and this guna is born out of Prakriti jehi. We will see in detail, but they are born out of all Prakriti. Avashaha karmaha karyate. Here avashaha means helplessly. Karma means all action, karyate. Without even no intention, still people can do varka avashaha. But why? That we will see now. First we will see Anvaya. The Anvaya is Kashchit Pranamapi. Even for a moment also, Jatu ever akarmakrit natishtati. Person cannot remain without doing any karma. And why people are doing all karma? That's why Bhagavan says, Sarva, all people, Prakriti jai gunehi avashaha. Helplessly karma karyate. There is a two word is this. One is kriyate. Just now we have seen kriyate. The meaning is being done by something. But when karyate, is called causal form. There are two type of work we are doing. Either we are doing, otherwise we ask other to do. It's called causal form. In Sanskritam, it says karyate. Kriyate is done by me, but karyate is done by someone else, but for us. So we are doing all type of action. Why? Somebody is helplessly asked, impel us to do. It's called karyate. If we clean our vessels, then aham karomi. But somebody else clean our vessel, so it's called karayati. We are asked someone to do. So the passive form of karayati is karyate. So they are being done by somewhere. And who are so this guna impelled is helplessly ask us to do different type of karma. And what is Bhagwan's argument? So first argument Bhagwan has done, by avoiding action one cannot get moksha. And second argument Bhagwan is doing in this, it is next impossible to give up karma. Why Bhagwan is saying it is next impossible to do karma? The reason is, now we will say, akarma kut means without performing any action. But why? So karma is three types, we know. One is called kaikam. What we are doing karma by our physical body. Another is called vachikam. We are doing karma by speech. And another karma is we are doing through mind, thinking, meditation, all are manasam karma. While we are waking, then we are doing all three levels, kaikam, vachikam and manasam. In waking state, while waking, all three karma we are doing, kaikam, vachikam and manasam. We think, we speak, at the same time we are using our limbs, physical body, so kaikam. Even vachikam, why we are awake. But when we go in deep sleep, still unknowingly our body doing all type of physiological activity. So breathing, I have mentioned, all our breathing, respiration, digestion, circulatory, everything, karyate, karma is going, keep on going unknowingly. So at sleep level also, activity is going on. In waking stage also, activity, akarma krut, we can't stand. And even while dreaming, this, our dream is nothing but projection of mind. So it is manasam karma. So in waking state, Jagrat Avastha, we are doing karma. In sleeping also, unknowingly, physical body is doing karma. And even in dream also, our mind is keep on projecting everything. That's why Bhagavan says, akarma krut na tishtati kaschitapi. Anyone cannot live without doing any karma, either knowingly or unknowingly. It keeps on doing. And there is a definition of karma is chalanatmakam, what keep on moving. It's called karma. And why Bhagavan says we are doing karma? So I have done something. Everybody knows who are exposed to Vedanta, but generally there is a one name, karya. In English we call as the effect. Whenever karya is there, then karana must be there. And whatever we do, there is a two cause always. We have seen in our Vedanta, one is called nimitta karana and another is called upadan karana. In English, we say karya is the effect and nimitta karanam is called efficient cause and upadan karanam is called material cause. Suppose I have given example, pot is the effect, then pot maker is the efficient cause and clay is a material cause. Gold chain, goldsmith is the efficient cause and gold is a material cause. Same way, whole Jagat. When whole Jagat means whole universe, including our body, mind, sense complex. Generally, when we say whole Jagat, we forget to include ourselves, our body and mind. But really speaking, in Jagat, our body, mind, sense complex plus whole Jagat is called Jagat. Is also must have is the effect, no? Jagat is the effect, is a karya, and if Jagat is word is effect, then it must have efficient cause, and that Jagat has material cause. Efficient cause we know is a consciousness, but what is material cause? It's called Maya. Another name was Maya is called Prakriti. And that Prakriti has their own guna. If material cause is gold, then all effect, if golden chain, golden bangle, or are gold only, same way, if Prakriti has its own guna, Rajas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, then other has same, is inherent to it effect. So Maya is made up of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, then the Karya, whole Jagat, is also made up of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. And what is the quality, what is the nature of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas? 1 minute. It says, material cause of whole Jagat is Maya. And Maya keep on changing. The three guna are keep on changing. That's why it says whole galaxy is changing. Suns are rotating. Stars are rotating. Even our solar system are keep on moving. Why? Because they are born out of Maya. Because Maya's nature is keep on moving. And our body is also made up of Maya. That's why body is also keep on moving. It can't stay, remain one side. Even Pujya Swamiji used to teach us, we can see a pillar, is a standing pillar, but really speaking, pillar is not standing. There are many electrons. They keep on moving. So its whole pillar is inside is keep on moving. So whole Jagat is moving. Why? Because it is made up of Prakriti, and Prakriti's nature is keep on changing. Even one, this is not here, but still Pujya Swamiji used to tell, whole Jagat is a Tandava of Shiva. Until the Tandava of Shiva is keep on continue, then only this bird will keep on going. When Tandava stops, Jagat will stop. Because whole Jagat is nothing but keep on moving, keep on moving. That's why our physical body and subtle body also are made up of Prakriti only. And being made up of Prakriti, and Prakriti is Chalanatmakam, that's why Jagat is Chalanatmakam. Our body is Chalanatmakam. Our mind is Chalanatmakam. It never remained in one place. Even it says it is not moving, but still it is moving. Even our body, whole cells, old are died and new one are coming up. Unknowingly, unseeingly, they keep on changing. Why? Because Prakriti. In even 7th chapter, Prakriti, it will come in 7th chapter, our body is mixture of two things. One is Atma and another is Anatma. Atma means consciousness and Anatma is inert. And inert is made up of our Prakriti. And being made up of Prakriti, it's keep on changing. Keep on changing. That's why avashaha karma karyate. If people has sattvic guna predominantly, then this is something, something is pushing us to do something good thing. If people's mind is rajasic, then that mind starts to do some selfish work. And if tamasic, then doing to harm another. But still, it's called avashaha karma karyate. Because helplessly. Avashaha is very important word. Whether they would like to do, whether they don't like to do. But still, because of Maya, because of this Prakriti, we keep on doing different type of karma. That's why I have quoted one verse. This is told by our Duryodhana in Mahabharata. He says, Duryodhana, Janami dharmam nachame pravritti. Duryodhana and Pandava and Kaurava all studied together only. Duryodhana knows all what is the moral, what is the niti, everything he knows. But still he says, Janami dharmam nachame pravritti. Even though I know what is dharma, still I cannot do it. Nacha pravritti. I cannot engage in dharma. Janami adharma. I know what is adharma. Still, nachame nivritti. I cannot get out of this. And he says, Kenapi devena sthitena. Somebody sitting inside me. Rudi, inside my heart. Kena devena. Somebody sitting in my heart. Sthitena is remained in my heart. He used one word deva. But deva means his own agnana, his own tamasaguna. That niyuktaha asmi. That impelled me. And niyuktaha asmi tatha karomi. And I follow it. Same question in third, last, Arjuna, anichchanapi vashnaya. Even I don't like, still I am doing. Why? Because only Prakriti. That's why we always say we have to take care of all three gunas. Rajas, Tamas and Sattva. Because of three gunas, they just keep on take ride of us. We don't know where we are going. So we have to control our guna. And that's why food, that's why all type of meditation, japa is necessary. Why? To change our guna. To enter more and more sattva guna. And when sattva guna is there, then we can give importance to dharma. Arjuna knows dharma, but he cannot do dharma because he is predominantly tamas guna. Because he was selfish. In this, that's why this is the very beautiful line. Sthitena kena devena. There is something. Kena means by someone. He niyuktaha asmi. He select me. You do this. You do this. And tatha karomi. I just follow it. So it is not in my head. It's Bhagavan says avashaha. That's why Bhagavan has used this word avashaha. Helplessly we do different type of karma. That's why we can't live without do any karma. By mere sannyasa, we cannot take siddhi. That's a sannyasana. And without motionlessness, won't give any moksha. And person cannot live without karma. The meaning is karma is must. We have to do karma, but only we should know how to do karma. Each and every person should do a karma. This is Bhagavan's thinking. Krishna says each and every person should follow the karma. And now Bhagavan says, if person is not ready for jnana, if even person is not ready for upasana, and somebody asks, you please do some upasana, or you just starting listening something, then what that person will do? That Bhagavan has shared with Arjuna. Generally, we have seen now in society, karme indriyani sanyamya ya aste manasa smaran indriyarthan vimudhatma mithyacharassa uchyate. There is one story, if you might have heard. Two friends were going. Then one person has seen a temple. One friend has seen a temple. Then he says, I would like to go inside the temple and let me sit in the temple. Then he sits in the temple, and another friend says, I am going to see a movie. Some movie I will go. Then first friend says, you please go. He went, second friend he went off. Then 3 hours takes time to see movie. But this friend who is sitting in the temple, he always starts thinking, how my friend must be enjoying. And I am poor, I am sitting here and just I have done darshan, then what to do? more. So 3 hours he was just sitting, but he was thinking only on movie. And that person who's seeing movie, he starts thinking, I have done something wrong. I should sit inside the temple, and I should also can have darshan. I can do some japa. So both person in different place, and both are doing something else. It's called the trick of our mind. What our mind does. That's Bhagavan has says. Generally, people nowadays, there are many cult is available. Generally, Jaina, in Jain cult, even there is one Swaminarayan cult. What they do is only very small boy or girl is 7-8 years old. They give sannyas. A boy or girl, they one who they don't know what is sansar, what is the life, and they give up sannyasa. And when they become young, 20, then they would like to go to live a normal life. Then this is the problem. This Bhagavan has shared here, manasa smaran. What generally people do, they start thinking through mind. They yaha aste, one who sit, aste means one who sits. How they sit? Karma indriyani sanyamya, having controlled their karmendriyani means organs of action. They keep in control and starts manasasvaram. They start thinking in mind. And what it says, indriyarthan vimudhatma. What they are, and they're thinking in mind, what they are thinking, it will come here. Indriyarthan, sense object. They are thinking in their mind. By mind they are thinking sense object. Such person is called Mudhatma. Bhagavan says the Vimudhatma is a deluded person, and what they are doing is mithyacharaha, is wrong conduct. Split personality, saha uchyate. It's called wrong conduct. Mudhatma saha uchyate. That person is called. Uchyate is called. Mithyacharaha is wrong conduct, and also Mudhatma because he is deluded. When I was very young, I used to go Swaminarayan temple. So there is also one ladies department in Swaminarayan temple, in every temple. So when we went, there is a very small girl, 8 years or 9 years old girl, elderly one sannyasini in Swaminarayan cult. They keep on asking, they are just scolding that girl, why are you playing? You sit and start chanting. You'd sit and do something, remember everything by heart. Poor children, no? She doesn't know what to do. But now they made her sannyasini, and then her life is spoiled because she doesn't know. It's called mithyachara. But really speaking, I used to tell the who are committed wrong thing, they are not culprit. One who make them sannyasi, really they are culprit. But this is called Mudhatma Mithyachara. So first we will see what is the Anvaya. Yaha aste. One who sits. Yaha aste means Yaha aste, one who sits. How that person sits. Karme indriyani sanyamya. They keep under control their organs of actions. So they're sitting inside the one room. They keep everything, and through mind, manasa. This is a 3x1. Through mind, indriya arthan smaran. They remember all sense object. What that both friends were doing. One is sitting in the temple, remembering movie, and was sitting in the movie, remembering Ishvara. So manasa smaran, they are. But one who is doing by mind or sense object, that person is called Mudhatma. That person is deluded. That person doesn't know what to think, what should not to think. And it is called Mithyacharaha. sa uchyate. It is called wrong conduct. So sannyasa, why Bhagavan is frequently mentioning this? Because Arjuna was not prepared for sannyasa. And what is the easy life? What is the more conducive life is nothing but grihastha. To do karma yoga, simply sitting is not easy. Simply sitting in nothing, not to do anything, it needs a lot of maturity. And without maturity, if person sits, it's havoc. It produces a havoc. That's why Bhagavan says, Mudhatma mithyacharaha. Indriyan smaran. One thing again I would like to, Puja Swamiji's story, if you have heard from Puja Swamiji's mouth, there is a one Swami, he was, what he used to do inside the temple, every day he used to go and he sits in front of the deity from the beginning of in the early morning and up to the noon, when our door used to close at mid-noon, he used to sit. And then it is a big temple. So there are many workers, they are priests. They take their food inside the temple only. The trust used to give food, all priests. There are many workers. Same way this sadhu also, one who used to sit in front of deity, he used to go inside the temple for bhiksha, and all person they used to give them. Because they know this sadhu is sitting nothing, he is doing nothing, but seeing only Ishvara, deity. And what happened after some time, all trustee members are changed. New trustee have come, and new trustee was young, and he starts checking where money are going, where they are spending the money. Then after checking everything, they are starting to see the list who are taking food from the temple. So there is written priest family, workers family, and last they have written one, simply sadhu. We are giving one who simply sitting sadhu. They have written simply sitting sadhu. They are also giving bhiksha. Then he says, why you are giving bhiksha? Does he do anything? He is not doing anything. He's just simply sitting in front of Ishvara and he's just seeing him. So he says, why should you are giving food? Stop it. Because he is not doing anything, you should not give the food. Then they can't say no. They say, okay. Then second day, then again sadhu has come. Whole day he sits up to the 12 o'clock, and after then temple doors close, he went for diksha. Then they all were sitting, they say, sorry sadhu, but we cannot give Swamiji because trustee has said no. Then he says, why he says no? That person says, because you are simply sitting. You are not doing anything. That's why that trustee has asked me, you should not give. Then that person says, I would like to see your trustee. Then sadhu went to see trustee in his office and he asked, why are you not giving me? The same sentence is repeated, that trustee, because you are not doing anything. The sadhu says, can we do one thing? Trustee says, what? So what I am doing, you do, and what you are doing, I will do for one day. So I am doing only nothing, because I am not doing anything, so you have to do, you just sit in front of deity for morning to noon, up to 12 o'clock, and I will take, what are you doing? If you are taking whole administration, I will take care, and you just simply sit. He says, this is nothing, I will do. Then say, if you can sit up to 12 o'clock, then I never ask bhiksha from this temple, but if you cannot do, then you have to give. He says, this is not big, I will do it, this trustee says. Then at 5 o'clock, temple's door opens. Then this trustee has to go. He sits. After 1 hour, he says, what to do? 1 hour only simply. Then he just tired. Then he starts seeing inside the temple, Garbhagruh, except deity, everything is neat and clean or not. That he has checked for half an hour. Then he says, is this also is over? Now what to do? Then he just changed his eyesight from Garbhagriha to outside. How everything is clear, everything is clean. After 2 hours, everything is over. Wall observation, everything. Then he says, now how can I sit for up to 12 o'clock? Then he just gets up and he announced, you give this sadhu 2-time foods, not even 1 time. Even morning, even lunch viksha or dinner viksha, both should be given. At that time, we understood simply sitting is not that much easy because our mind needs that much maturity to sit simply, not manasasmaran also. That's why Bhagavan says, manasasmaran in the arthan is not good. It's written here, yaha who aste karmendriyani sanyamya manasa indriya arthan smaran. The meaning of indriya arthan we have seen in 2nd chapter, sense object. And one who does like this, it's called mudhatma. Mithyacharaha uchyate. It's called false conduct. Even it says split personality. Nowadays, many split personality are available in sadhus because of this only, because it is very difficult to take maturity. Mithyacharasa. That's why I have written here, story of simply sitting sadhu person. But simply sitting is not that much easy. That's why Bhagavan says, inaction, not doing karma is highly risky if mind is not ready. So actionless to sit is idle. And even mostly Gruhastha has many responsibility. That's why mind is preoccupied with different type of, after this I have to finish this, after this I have. So Gruhastha mind always thinking. But if we are not preoccupied, then what to do? It's better our mind should be indulged with our own responsibility. And one who has no goal, one whose life there is no plan, then that mind becomes lazy and idle. And this idle person is not good. This lazy negligence is the house of doing different type of activity. It says the suppression, karmendriyani sanyamya, it's called suppression, is more dangerous to violent expression. Sometimes volcano erupts, no? At what time it erupts, we don't know. So it is more dangerous. That's why in previous time, Vedanta become sadhu, it was not easy. After even Vanaprastha only person can take sannyasa. Not immediately, even after brahmacharya. In the Mundak Upanishad I have written, Pariksha lokan karmachitan brahmanaha nirvedamaya. The line is, when having examined all result of action, karmachitan means all lokan means karma phala, having collected by us only, when person get nirvedam means dissipation. The meaning of dissipation or vairagya, nirvedam, is we are growing out of our desire. When our mind says, I need this, and if we can say no, not necessary, and there is a no tantrum in mind, then we are grow out of it. Then only person can take sannyasa. Otherwise, if take sannyasa, it's mithyachara uchyate. Mentally thinking and physically renounce. It's called nowadays split personality. There are many sadhus, many people, or India, I don't know, in Western also. Why they are committing wrong mistakes? Because they don't know what to do. From childhood also, somebody has made him sannyasi. So that's why better, Bhagavan says, to remain in Grihastha life. In 5th chapter, again I will repeat, Bhagavan says, Ayogyataha sannyasam dukkhamaptu. A person is not prepared. For that person, sannyasaha will give pain. Because sannyasa, there is a, is very coziness in family life. People are helping, family members are helping each other, but in sannyasi life, nobody is with us. And when nobody is and we need somebody, then they are totally in pain. That's why it's better to remain in Grihastha. That's why Bhagavan says, one who keeps karmendriyani in control and starts thinking through mind, it is not good. Mithyachara. And what Arjuna will do? Arjuna was not ready. If he would have gone to Rishikesh, then can he do japa? He starts thinking how to kill some person. Even Puja Swamiji used to say, they start business also. They start become leader also. Even we say Yogi Adityanath is very good. Our UP, our CM, Chief Minister, he is sannyasi, but he is no, but still sannyasi should not have this type of life, political life. Suppose Bhishma, Dronacharya is Brahmana. Being Brahmana, he should not fight. He should not in Mahabharata war. So it's also is a wrong conduct. Same way, sannyasa is a nivritti marga. It's called nivritti marga. In spite of nivritti marga, is highly active in pravritti marga. So it's not good. According to scripture, nowadays all theories are changed. Concepts are changed. But still, according to Shastra, is not valid. Because nivritti marga, if you have chosen, then you have to follow only that path. Politician is nothing but highly active. There's no time to think for japa. That's why Bhagavan says, Mithyacharaha sa uchyate. It's called Mithyacharaha. So which one is better? What to do? Then Bhagavan says now he is introducing Karma Yoga in next. Yastvindriyani manasa niyamyarabatirjuna karmendriya karma yogam asaktasya vishishyate. Yastu. Here Bhagavan has used tu. Tu means whereas. There are many other person. What they are doing? Yaha tu indriyani manasa niyamya. One who controlled their sense organs. Manasa, through mind, they control sense organ. And karme indriyehi karma yogam arabhate. They take karma yogam through actions of organs. Asaktaha, but how to do karma, that one word is also very important. Asaktaha, without any attachment for any karma, that person is far superior, far better. One who keep on thinking in mind and not doing, that person is better. One who keeps sense organ under control, but through all organs of action, he takes karma yogam, he starts, that person is far better. But what is karma yogam and how to follow, that we will see tomorrow. Any question regarding this? Let me keep 1 minute. Unmute. Anybody would like to anything?
Swaminiji, it says, I think I understood that action is better than actionlessness. We say that meaning working from our karmendriya, keeping our senses in control is better than just sitting and thinking, or is that what it means?
Yeah.
Okay.
Simply sitting without doing anything, if mind is not matched. It is not wrong to sit to nothing to do, but that requires one type of mind. Otherwise, and if he's simply sitting, then it's not good for that person also and not good for society too.
Okay.
Any question?
So Swamiji Swamiji in verse in chapter 2, so the like starting from verse 47 to 5-6 verses, that is also Karma Yoga.
Yeah.
And now again Bhagavan is taking up Karma Yoga again.
Elaborately he's explaining. So this was Karma Yoga first time is introduced, no? At that time Bhagavan says all karma, yoga, karma sukaushalam, samatvam. He has given definition, but he never used this karma yoga word. In this verse, karma yoga word has been used first time.
So there he was using more like Buddhi Yoga. No? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a buddhi yoga.
Buddhi Yoga.
This means Gnana Yoga. He prays Gnana Yoga.
So whichever ashrama one is in, we have to abide by that Swadharma. That's what Bhagavan is saying.
Yeah. Something, yesterday or day before yesterday, somebody has taken interview of Modi, Narendra Modi. I think in Varanasi only somebody has taken. But in Ajatak media. At that time, Modi has said, Akshay Kumar also take, but Ajatak media has also taken. At that time, he said, whatever I am doing, I am just totally engrossed in that activity. Then only I can do is that's why everybody praises my work, because whatever right now I'm talking with you, he was telling to his media person, so totally I'm with you only. Then in my mind I never think now election what should do. I have to speak. So what you are telling, no? In whatever activity we do, totally we are with 100% our honesty. If we do, then we always satisfied with ourselves. This is the crux of Karma Yoga.
Ramji, one more question.
Yeah.
You were giving an example of in that Jain community, like a very young child, or they are forced into sannyasa without them approving it. And when they get older, are they allowed to come back? Or at least even in Hinduism, if somebody is not ready, but for some reason they take sannyasa, how is it going to help them if they think after 1 year they feel like?
No, but in Jainism, I don't know the theory, but in sannyasa it says is only one way. There is a no return. But nowadays people are allowed to come to Grihastha. In previous time there is only one way. If you enter in sannyasa, there is a no way. If you come back, it considered as a papa, big papa. But nowadays, I think it is better. Do mithyachar, it's better they come back. They settle.
Yes.
Society also safe, in that person is also safe. Everybody is safe.
It was interesting to note, you said in previous times, only from Vanaprastha they go to sannyasa. They're completely done.
Yeah, generally it was. So they go through karma yoga, everything, They become mature. In Grihastha life, there are many problems they have, everybody has to face.
All accounting done.
Yeah. That's why people are directly, no, it's not for anyone. Even Puja Swamiji never allowed a person to give sannyasa before 30. After 35 only he used to. So I say a person should know the value of money, how to, is very difficult. That's what I said. Plus, there is one lady I know, she was keep on asking from age of 21. Swamiji has given at age of 42. After 20 years. But still it's not settled, It's very difficult.
Thank you, Swaminiji. You answer all our questions with so much patience, and we cannot find any Swamiji like that.
How is Kestenan? How is your health? Okay now?
Yes,
You underwent operation, no surgery.
yes. I'm getting better, Swamiji. Thanks for asking.
Now you are sitting. So
I'm happy to be with you again,
yeah,
with all of you.
yeah.
We wish you well.
Thank you very much.
Shall we do Purnamada?
Yeah.
Oh,
Om Purnamada
Purnamidam
Purnat Purnamudante
Purnasya
Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Thank you.